That's it.
Here's my Yitz. Look like Adam, where's my Yitz?
In most years, we use this evening to pay tribute to the 6 million. And while we will do that as well this year as well through words of our friend and renowned scholar, Rabbi Yitz Greenberg, tonight we also pay tribute to the one individual whose job it was generally to defend Holocaust memory as a guard in the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, and who gave his life in the service of that duty. And in this biot, that man is a hero. That man's name is Stephen Johns, and it's my pleasure to
should have actually asked everyone to remain standing. In that case, I'll have to ask you to please stand again as I ask you to rise for the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner and Hatikvah. Say, can you see why the lawns early light? What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose brush stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ground.
Kristallnacht. Kristallnacht on November 9th to November 10th in 1938. And if I close my eyes, I can almost hear the broken windows of storefronts, the shattering of glass in synagogues and in homes. I can hear the crackling of paper, the ringing of holy words burning in shuls, of Torah scrolls being consumed. The moments of heroism, yes, of heroism, by all those who had to sacrifice their lives on that night, and all those who were given the gift of continuing to live that night. Tonight, we also remember the sounds of June 10th, 2009. Sounds of that day ring in my ears as well. First, the swish of the door that is held open by a museum guard, followed by the sounds of gunshots. I hear the frantic screams of people running, the chaos. And if I listen closely, I hear the heroism of one man, of Officer Stephen Tyrone Johns, who gave his life so that others would not perish. A man that for 6 years stood outside the US Holocaust Museum, defending the memory of the sounds of Kristallnacht and the sounds of horror evoked by the Shoah, by the Holocaust. In Judaism, it is meant to sound like a deep and painful cry. Perhaps it is the cry of death and destruction that we as a community have experienced throughout our history. The sounds of sobbing are a symbol of the hurt and pain that each of us as individuals and as a community have experienced. But the shofar is also meant to evoke in us a sense of redemption. It is a sound that conveys triumph. For in that moment of glory, it is a cry of joy and hope for the future. A sound that will usher in peace and joy for all eternity. I'm going to ask Bernie to come up. Intertwine the resounding sounds of life. And let's hear the shofar as a call to each of us to live our lives in harmony, attempting to perpetuate the memory of all those who could not stand with us here tonight.
The 9th of November, 1938, sounded the warning bell to German Jews of the tragedy approaching the whole of Europe, and it was the beginning